welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time. Our losses are still looking pretty bad over the intern, but again, this is probably mostly militia that we're losing. Or maybe not. Or maybe I forgot to do replenishment properly. And we have a bunch of that we're waiting recruitment. Oh, we lost a bunch of trucks. Yeah, maybe we did lose more than I was expecting. Okay, it looks like that was everything that we lost. Anyway, the railhead is finished, so that should improve our logistics shortly. We did get a little bit more of an encirclement surround on the city, so if the logistics does improve and we do get our replacements in, we should be in a good position to apply a bunch of pressure to the city next turn. Otherwise the front is holding, except for this little corner here where we got pushed out. But that's something that shouldn't be too much of a problem. These guys are slowly marching out of the middle here. Don't really want to put pressure on the nomads, just want to keep some guys in the area. In case the nomads get a little bit wanting to acquire some of my territory. Okay, depending on what these guys do next time, next turn we might get rid of those guys. And then we take some of this online territory in here. Logistics in here doesn't look like it's improved a significant amount. Granted, what, did this just finish? This just finished. Okay, let's give it another turn before we worry too much about logistics being an issue over here. Worst case is this scenario just to spread out the militia more. I got bunched up a bit. Okay, and these guys have been circled long enough. We don't know what their readiness is, but I doubt they've got good supplies.
Move it now!
Yeah, their readiness is pretty bad.
All clear, sir.
So cleared that pocket out, and that'll allow these guys to start dispersing out to do more encirclements on the front. The similar concept's going to start over here as well, where I think one more turn, next turn I'll go ahead and collapse this pocket. Same sort of concept. I think they've going to be out of readiness at that point. Truck station still be expanded, supply base is being just completed. We're still having power problems. The solution might not technically kick in until next turn because we only just finished the power bank. Let's assume the worst, which is that it's not
Copy
enough.
that.
We'll expand the power bank and we'll expand energy-wise. Expand the solar panels as well to keep the power increasing.
Copy that.
We are looking a little low on metal, and the money is looking pretty bad. So let's move some rare earth metals.
Roger that.
Let's buy all the
Roger
metal.
that.
What is our money looking at like right now? Okay, that'll be fine. So there's no more metal to buy off the market, so we can't buy any more metal. And the money is looking fine enough to deal with wages. So I was worried the money was getting a little low for the wages. So we'll wait until we get bits of 80. So next turn we'll probably lower the wages again in Austerlitz. Income's 0.7 or 0.007, and we're paying 0.01. So there's actually not much space to lower the wages there until the civilian wages come down. There is some space. 0.015 versus 0.016. So this is the place where we probably want to lower it the most, is over in Belgorod. These places I think are still running... Oh no, I raised... Wait, you're 0.03? I think you should be lower than that. Oh, I must have put the wages really high there. Okay. Obviously we need to keep colonizing here. Oh, it probably inherited it from Belgorod. That's probably why we're not having worker issues there, is because they're just getting pulled out of the civilian sector to do the highways. That saying, we apparently need it, so let's not complain too much. And the asset here is done, yeah. So next turn, that should provide us with more logistics. I think that's the turn, so it's going to be a short turn. Oh, I need to do the decisions. This decision doesn't really matter, just confirm. We just got walkers, so we should build some walkers. Let's go charge Gauss heavies with polymer armor. Again, we've got good rare metal production. We'll suit this guy up with diesel engines. A little bit worried because we're having power issues. I don't want to put more weight on the power requirements for the moment. You want me to increase wages in Austerlitz. Refuse to demand buy beers? Success overall. Okay. Forgot all about it. Cool. Extend to mine. We have an empty mine.
Aye, aye,
Put
sir.
more deposit in the empty mine, please. And Tamano. Tamano, we probably lowered the opinion of a little bit. Yeah. You know what? Let's accept lowering it again by... Ask them to join us. Organize a big ceremony to ask them to join us. Yes.
Affirmative.
So apparently I just inherited the aliens. I've never done that before. Did not know that was an option. It is apparently an option. Okay, so we're not getting any more mercs from them because we've inherited their territory. And inherited all their troops. So let's go ahead and add, because they don't have a city in their zone, so we're just going to completely consume the zone with the capital zone. It had 1 hex improvement, so there wasn't much to the zone anyway. Well, free land is free. Well, I say free land. That cost a whole lot of political power. That was very expensive from a political power standpoint, but land we did not have to lose blood for is good land.
Affirmative.
Okay, relations improve with them. Not quite at the state where we can get peace. That is Surface-to-air missiles. Okay, so that's a good way to lose more aircraft. We'll try to do aircraft stuff. I think we're standing... Assuming the logistics here works in my favor, we're standing in a good position to put pressure there. Let's make sure we actually have everything to be... everything ready to be deployed. I suppose I could tell all the artillery to begin an artillery bombardment, but we'll hold off. Because I want the units to show up, and if I'm having to resupply ammunition, that might interfere with other stuff being deployed. So I think this is the turn the high-speed rail finishes? Or did it just finish? Finishes next turn. We should have enough machine parts, I think, for it to finish. Might be a bit close. Going to the end turn. The people that's hostile with us go first on the end turn. So, if anything's going to go wrong, we're going to see it right at the beginning of the end turn. And for the moment, the camera isn't moving. Which doesn't mean that Braunburn isn't doing anything. Right? Because they've got enemies besides us. So they might just be doing things on borders that are not our border. But it also means they're not doing anything that is not on our border, because we immediately have our focus switched to it. So there we go. We're seeing them do stuff around our border. They are doing stuff. They're even doing a follow-up attack, so they are definitely counterattacking. I will have to do some withdrawals to prevent encirclements. Interestingly enough, they're not doing any attacks around the city. So if we did receive all the reinforcements I wanted, we will probably be in a position where we can counterattack into the city. But yeah, that's a little bit worrying as far as the front line is concerned. I may either need to deploy more troops, or at least bring the militia down to form some blocking detachments, keep them from totally collapsing the line. But yeah, that's the AI. The AI's come up in force. But really, they only attacked in two sections of the line, of the western line. So the units they're threatening to encircle, I think, will be able to break out of the encirclement. Before it totally collapses. Then it just comes, can we stop them from doing follow-ups on the follow-ups? But yeah, definitely contemplating possibly deploying a few more grenadier brigades. And we're on the Blackmailer's turn. The Blackmailer we probably shouldn't see anything from unless they declare on us, which would be bad. Though I think the Blackmailer is probably at war with the ally, which is not a... well, the potential ally, which is not a great thing, but... we killed We actually killed more than we lost, so that's maybe a good sign. We still took a bunch of losses, though. Leader KIA, so 10th Infantry Brigade Commander is dead. We're still having power problems, surprisingly. Interesting. Okay, did the logistics happen? The answer is not completely. All the requirements to get to the troops got to the troops. Okay, so we managed to get out of the encirclement. I think it is time to try again. It may not work, but we are trying again to push them out of the city.
Weapons free.
Got a commander killed in the offensive action, and it's not going well. So they held.
Roger that. Aye, aye,
Atmospheric
sir.
membranes are fine. Computational nodes. So we can either get light plasma rifles or plus 50 BP to return. If I was not meritocracy, I'd probably go plus 50 BP to return.
Yes, sir.
So that's the
Okay,
replacement
okay.
commander. We're going to need another replacement commander, so I'm going to have to contemplate replacing him already. Getting another replacement already.
Affirmative.
We're almost at the point where we can declare peace. Okay, so we have a machine part deficit. Or a machine deficit, so maybe we'll have to do some foot 4 instead of foot 5. Which wouldn't be too much of a problem. The high-speed rail, for whatever reason, didn't finish. %50 production penalty due to a bad roll and a 4% production penalty going badly. Okay, so it was either it was going to complete this turn, or it wasn't, and he failed the roll, so it isn't. Is how that worked out.
Move it now.
I'm surprised we're actually getting hammered as badly as we are attacking here.
Negative to breach.
But at this point, they're probably running out of initiative.
Take cover.
Nope, found the enemy.
Negative to breach.
Anyway, so that didn't work. That didn't work. How's the civilian sector looking here? We still need more civilians.
Order acknowledged.
Fertility Hill. Yep. +1 zone pop. Okay. Not bad. So we should be soon getting to the point where the civilian buildings actually have enough people. Need 1,000 for full productivity. You're one short, 4 short. So 6, 7. 14,000 short, which is giving me 800 more. They're going to get another 100. So next turn, if we give them people, they should be enough to work everything. And then we can move on to probably trying to do the same for other zones. Because these guys build up dome farms. Those dome farms are going to be taking a bunch of people. It's 5,000 each. You're 10,000 each. Do you want to raise... Well, can I afford to raise is maybe the next question. Raise a formation of... I think just regular Grenadiers is what I want. Grenadier Brigade. Right now, I don't think we can afford 5, so let's go down to 4s. Oh, this is troops in the HQ. That's fine. So we say recruit purely from recruitment pool, not from replenishment troops. Do we have the capacity to do this? Men, yes. Industry, yes. Logistics, yes. So yeah, we'll go ahead and raise that formation. Let's make sure we got the replenishment troops as well. I don't have enough machine parts here, so we're going to do foot 4, and we need 2,400 of these. We need more transport. We need more artillery. Somewhat surprised the artillery took damage, but okay. We need more tanks. We actually need some RPGs. Again, we're low on the machine parts, so we're going to bazooka. 1 tier down on the bazooka, and I think that's everything. Still have machine guns still deploying. Okay. Deploying a new unit. We still don't have units to spare on other fronts. Let's clear up that really old Marauders.
All clear, sir.
So there's one question. Are these... What type of units are these? These are Grenadiers? Yeah, well, these are some old Grenadiers, though. They've got foot 3... Got the old machine gun 1s. Old Grenadiers. Road. Oh, so... Okay, so we still don't really have logistics here for continuing forward, even with you up. Yeah, even with you up. We'll get a little bit more when the truck station increases, but maybe it's time to start pulling back out of the yellow to spots in the green if we can. To lower the logistic burden a little bit. Also to sort of lure the enemy into us, into where we've got logistics. Because really on our eastern front, we're trying to distract the AI by having them send troops over here. Because we've got numbers and we can kind of sort of war of maneuver and encircle guys over here with our clearly inferior troops, but high quantity troops. And I'm pretty sure the guys we inherited from the aliens are not necessarily competent troops. And we're going to do as much as we can strategically redeploy them east. Because on the west front, right now, we don't having some... Well, the supply issues we're having on the west front aren't going to get solved by deploying troops that have no supply issues. They're going to get solved by having troops that are very supply efficient. From a combat power standpoint, these guys probably aren't going to add that much combat power. Other than just being extra tags to try to encircle guys with. And we've already done the proposal stuff. Your opinion, you're still cold. Cold isn't what we need to work with for you. Victory point wise, we're still in third. I think Bronburn is even still continuing to fall. Probably due to population loss. They're probably recruiting faster than their population is growing. Whereas we're kind of not doing that. We're not necessarily gaining population is the other problem with us. What do I want to do? Covert ops. Try a plea of friendship. Oh, they gotta not be at war with them. Okay. These are probably the guys to plea a friendship with. Cole's success is unlikely to be successful. And I need some recon. So let's actually deploy some spies. Maybe we'll try scooping some of the enemy population if we can. Though if we do deploy spies, we want them to be successfully
Order
deployed,
acknowledged.
please.
Order acknowledged. Order acknowledged. Order acknowledged.
Okay, so next turn we can attempt to call to success to maybe pull off some population from one of their zones. And yeah, we're not in a position to contest this. Though as we can see, because we're getting better recon on the hex at this point, there's not much worth in it besides the unknown population. And I suppose all the shooting in this area might be the reason they're losing population as well. Similarly, down here, from our reconnaissance from our allies are implying that this is also a Bronburn city that is also mostly encircled and probably shot to Kingdom Coming back. So we'll see what Bronburn does over the end turn. We've got more power stockpile, so maybe that will help with various assets not getting enough power. And the radiation is continuing to fall, so people should be getting happier. And hopefully that will start to increase population growth in these cities. So we can get the public income to come down a bit. Oh, this one's actually ready to take another wage cut.
Standing by. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Don't happen to have... Don't have a worker pairing card yet. And yeah, we're still trying to raise your income. Well, raise your people so your income can be lowered. And raise yours a bit because your income is getting a bit low. Which is probably why we still have a little bit of shortage for the truck station population. Shortage of people and low worker happiness. Okay, let's roll that end turn. Okay, I think this upcoming turn is probably going to be the last turn of the stream, the last turn of the night. So if you're watching this on YouTube, sorry for all... Well, if you're watching this on Twitch, sorry for all the random interruptions. Hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have edited those out. That's one of the reasons why the stream's going to end at the end of next turn. Is I gotta spend some time tonight to do some editing. Oh boy, editing. I think I got a phone call to edit out of one stream. I got some grandfather news to edit out of a different stream. Anyway, I think it's a good idea that I did rally that unit, because we're probably going to need them. Because it looks like we're pretty much getting pushed back to our starting positions here in the southwest. We got a mountain to our rear, so worst case scenario, we'll fall back into the mountain, and that will probably stall them. I suppose as the airfield's being attacked, I should probably either move the helicopters out or actually start to use the helicopters offensively. Granted, the helicopters are pretty old, so at this point I'm not too worried about losing them to combat attrition, so I might just start using them. Worst case scenario, we'll have to recruit replacement better helicopters. Hello, chatter. Thanks for saying hi. We're in the middle of an end turn. Sorry I'm not the best at checking chat, but as you can see, chat is mostly empty during these streams, so I'm not the best at checking empty chat. So sorry if I missed that for quite a bit. Once it's back to our turn, not necessarily taking as great as I would like. We're losing a lot of motorized, losing a lot of infantry. Not necessarily losing a lot of tanks, though I'm surprised we're still... No, those are guns, so this is the motorized getting hammered. Okay, so let's see how precarious our position is. Yeah, that's a little precarious if it's just the them running amok in our rear is the HQ brigade. Do we actually have some strategic capacity to move here? No. Okay, so these guys are not going to get into position quickly enough. You guys can't actually get out? You can get out. Okay, so we'll get some guys back out. We'll fall back to try to hold the road, because losing the road would be a problem.
Birds are in the sky.
Just doing a little bit of reconnaissance. Semi-surprised the reconnaissance unit there did not get counterattacked. Or did not get, did no one try to shoot it down.
Birds are in the sky.
Okay, so there is the enemy fighter squadron. So that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to lure them out so the ground attack unit can do some ground attack. Hopefully without getting mauled too much. Okay, ground attack, landed some hits, didn't really do any damage. Do we have any range attack capacity here? Yes. Okay, so found that guy relentless, so he hopefully doesn't come moving into attack.
Aye, aye, sir.
Reduce the readiness a little bit. And in theory, we got decent logistics down here, but we apparently don't have enough. Food is arriving, we're just not receiving the requested replenishments. And it is becoming a problem. Well, that's going to be a hard roll, but it's probably a roll we still try to take.
Affirmative.
Okay, so it didn't backslide at least. We do have some things. Don't need to mess with the national budget. Model design. We just did the walkers. Thinking about it, what is the state of our orgs? Applied science. Yeah, it's probably time to move on to applied science. We'll change your research. Let's see, is any in here that I'm really interested in? Probably want to do SOL improving techs at this point. So let's do sanitation. That'll improve health. Health will hopefully improve population growth. Before I get Air Force, similar to Air Force, we finished aerodynamics design, so it's probably time to actually do a aircraft upgrade. So we got aircraft, or we got aerodynamics, and we've got lightweight materials, so we should be able to build a pretty range-efficient aircraft at this point. Let's do jet engine efficiency next. This is probably going to be a helicopter we build anyway, but next one's going to be a helicopter. Diplomat decision. We're getting blackmailed. Pay them double. We got the money. Best to keep them friendly. Unit decisions. Point commanders. We've only got one commander. We need 2 spots to fill, so let's go to nation. Group military. Hit twice.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
And we got some decent military commanders. There we go.
Roger that.
For designing this aircraft, let's go first to... there's a blueprint thing in here for... There, blueprint. Blue. There we go. Makes sense. Okay, so... light helicopter. Let's do light helicopter. New blueprint. Design 2. You're going to be fair, we're going to probably use it for recon, but we're going to class it as a fighter. We are going to give it some guns, because it's going to have to defend itself if it comes under air attack. We'll even get some very small rockets. We are going to probably want to upgrade the engine and the fuel. Okay, so we can get a 12 range. Oh, we can get a 14? Maybe try light rotor. It's only carrying rockets, so it doesn't have a very big armament. Looks like medium is going to be the best. So medium will get us a 14 hex ranged. recon, basically an armed recon helicopter, which we're going to stick some twin-charged heavy machine guns and some very small rockets in case it comes under air attack as it does its recon runs. In fact, actually, I'll still go ahead and tag it as recon, but we're basically going to equip it so it can defend itself if it comes under attack. So this is going to be the new thing that I'm going to design. So we're going to go to light aircraft, or light helicopter here, start development. We're going to build upon the CRISPR, but it's going to be this light helicopter design too. So you see, we're basically going recon, still recon, we're upgrading the engine, we're upgrading the fuel tank. Well, we're upgrading the engine, we're downsizing the fuel tank because we've gotten such improvements with fuel tank efficiency. We can run a bigger engine with less fuel, and giving it some guns to defend itself. And it's got an expected operational range of 14 axes. So that'll be a significant helicopter improvement when that comes online. Okay, we still got some political power. What do I want to spend the political power on? Oh, it's also colonists. Colonists should probably get deployed here. We're like, what? 4, 5... Okay, so one more deployment of population here should meet the civilian needs of the zone. And to be fair, the civilian needs of the zone, if properly met, will meet the quality of life desires of the zone. So we should be able to basically leave that zone alone from now on. This zone could use some education, but it could also just use more people, which is counterintuitive. How is the power looking in the capital? Okay, it looks like everything properly received its power for the turn, so I think we solved the power problem. Not that I'm going to complain about increasing the power storage and the solar panels. High-speed rail completing should give us more logistics. Hopefully that'll be able to allow us to deliver more stuff to the front. We got the aliens that we recruited. Well, I'd say recruited. The aliens that we inherited from the zone we absorbed over here diplomatically. Because apparently you can diplomatically absorb aliens. I did not know that. Is this the first time I've done it? Apparently you just have to hire enough mercenaries that eventually you can just inherit them. Once again, I think these guys have been encircled enough that they don't have the readiness to really stop us. So we're going to carry out an attack, and they're probably going to collapse. And they do.
All clear, sir.
Okay, our supply situation appears to be improving. Probably due to that truck hub finishing. It's not going to improve. Well, it's not apparently not improved a lot. It just improved. Okay, so there is someone on that asset, so I'm not going to be able to just take the asset from them. But we are in a position where we can probably keep that guy from having a casual breakout. He's going to have a bad day. Because he's got to fight through he's either got to fight 2 hexes or fight across the river. Both of which I've been informed from military standpoints are not fun things to do. Because these, in game turns, these hexes are pretty big places. Okay, so the aliens are on the march. I will strategically redeploy... Oh no, we already did the ones over there, did we? Must have. Okay, so we've done those ones. Got these guys down here. At some point I'll probably try to improve the logistics a little bit by turning off certain roads. So let's go ahead, let's summon traffic signs there. Block all going that way, because there's no one down that road, for practical purposes. Same with that road. this point forward, everything going down, turn off. And then on that hex as well, there is an asset there. That asset, I want you to mothball that asset. That asset doesn't really do anything for us anymore. Once again, this one, everything down below you, and mothball. That spur might be useful as long as it's the metal. So we'll turn off everything below the metal. That spur isn't really doing us anything. We'll do the same, but we'll do it below the radioactives. We may want the radioactives at some point. Spur south isn't doing anything. That spur north isn't doing anything. That entire road section is basically doing nothing. So I'm trying to sort of tighten up the belt on the logistics here before I end the part. That should hopefully help direct logistics to fronts where we need it. We'll do the same on this line as soon as these guys get off that front. At some point we'll contemplate what we're doing with the nomads. Obviously, we're going to continue moving forward here. We need to build more road. We have industrial capacity to kind of force things through the mountains, as expensive as it is. That front's good, that front's good, that front's good. So I think this is roughly where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. We don't have any more diplomacy to do. Mining is... what's the status of our mines? Those that are being worked... okay, so we need to do another one in Austerlitz. We have the metal mine is running... oh, no, the metal mine is accessibility 1, so it's actually not improvable anymore. So actually, we get to ignore everything mining improvement-wise, because we've run... basically, the ones that are going to run out are going to run out. They're just running out. Which is a little bit of a problem. Victory score-wise, we are in 3rd. We have improved. I think we were at about 17% at the beginning of the stream. We're up to 20. And we see the score leader has actually declined. He was at 30%. He's declined to 28.1% and is still going down. I think because he's losing bits of the planet and his population is going down as well. I think he's being coerced into simply recruiting himself into a population deficit, which is a good thing to see from my perspective. And yeah, I think for the moment, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Hope you've been enjoying it. To the one person making comments in the Twitch chat, hope you've been enjoying it. Again, sorry, my responses to your couple of chat messages were a bit slow. Again, kind of the situation of I'm not necessarily expecting people to be actually chatting, because they haven't been, so I haven't been doing the best of checking. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where the stream's going to end. I think I have posted when the next one's going to be, so if you're interested in seeing more, feel free to drop in on that day. Sorry, I'm not necessarily the best at starting on time, but I'm usually the best at streaming every day at this point. So whether it starts on time or whether it finishes on time, that's a different question. So until the next part, hope you all enjoy it. Catch you in the next part. Till then, have good luck. Bye for now.